welcome to the Temple of Enki. My name is Max. I am the Temple of Sisyphus. I'm a channeler and oracle of Enki and the Anunnaki gods. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 72 demons of the Goetia. Also known as the Lesser Keys of Solomon, these 72 demons play a crucial role in our evolution on Earth. My previous video regarding the 72 angels, I highlighted that the 72 angels work with the higher mind and really deal with the high magic soul development of mankind. But the 72 Goetic demons are known to help the soul master the terrestrial plane. So the 72 angels help you master your higher mind, and the 72 Goetic demons help you master your reptilian brain, your brainstem. And they both meet in the pineal gland. While the 72 angels correlate to the pathways, the nadis within the tree of life, the 72 demons correlate to the pathways within the tree of death, the roots of reality. So the roots of the tree of life are governed by the Goetic demons, and the branches of the tree of life above the root are governed by the Shem angels. So they play a very important role in our development as a whole, recognizing that they are one and the same, that they are the yin and yang aspects to each other, really helps us to allow to become the temple itself. Because demons were the ones that built Solomon's temple. So the Goetia are the spirits of the physical body. That's where we exercise our quote-unquote demons. Because these beings, in a way, test us. They help us through the cycles of karma, through the wheel of karma. So the more you descend into the darkness as the light, you're exercising those demons. You're starving your senses to gain power over them, in a sense. So these demons will teach you how to unlock certain parts of your body, unlock certain powers within your body, within your psyche. Because when you're dealing with the physical body, you have to understand it's a reflection of the macrocosm. And these demons can help you embody that reflection. So that's how they build the temple. In a way, they are simply reflecting the temple above. The waters above reflect the waters below, right? So the light we get from the Shem angels is then reflected and pressurized, built with the demons. So the demons build what the angels reflect into this reality. So working with them is very important, especially if you're a light worker. That's why we have a lot of light workers that, do a lot of light work, but don't have physical sustenance. They're broke. They don't have money. They don't know how to help people effectively. They have a good heart, but they don't have the foundation. They don't have the temple. So working with these demons to help master yourself, to really help open up those channels and see your unconscious mind, to become aware of your unconscious mind. That's something that can really help with. These 72 demons are the 72 aspects of your unconscious mind. So when you bring in that superconscious energy from the angels into your unconscious mind, into your body, and activate those channels, it creates a ascent, an up-spiraling of energy. And that is how we achieve this diamond body, Solomon's temple, the temple of God. In my work working with these beings, the 72 demons, has been very illuminating, because I work with them in tandem with the angels. And what I've noticed is the angels are somewhat of a subconscious, superconscious force. It's like how you would connect with them in a dream. It's not fully lucid. And then when you bring their energy down into the demons, and then somehow awakens your unconscious mind from the physical world, and you just ascend into this higher plane through the demons, they really help with unlocking your true potential outside the linear space, outside of the 3D matrix. They help you catalyze yourself outside of the 3D limitations. And that is why they deal with the physical world, the physical plane, and the challenges that are within it. Another thing I realized working with these beings is that you really see your own animal nature, your own limitations. They show you what you'll become if you don't master certain parts of yourself, whether it's a bad habit, whether it's an addiction, whether it's sluggishness, a temptation, a pattern of any source that's keeping you in a stagnant energy, that's keeping you off with your soul's axis. They're going to show you that, and sometimes it's not going to be pretty. Sometimes it's going to be very upfront. Sometimes it's going to be right in your face, and sometimes that's what you need. So demons, in that sense, these specific demons can really help with that, because they do, like I said, activate the brainstem. This is the part of you that feels alive. So when you activate the brainstem with these demons and you integrate them in a way, you, in a sense, unlock their powers as well. If you look at these demons, they all have specific powers that deal with what a man or woman would need in the physical plane. When you learn to harness their energies, open up their energies within your body, within your energy system, you become the king of your reality, of your physical world. It is said that the world is actually governed by these 72 demons, because humanity is governed by its own unconscious mind. That is the truth. People live their lives unconsciously. So in a way, they are being run by these 72 demons. And that's not a bad thing. But in the end, if you want to up level, these demons are going to test you. They're going to show you what you need to learn to build your temple correctly, to build your kingdom correctly. A lot of people like to demonize these beings because they're demonizing their own unconscious mind. When you fully enlighten, you see that there were parts of you that you needed to exercise. They represent that in the macrocosm. And when you activate these channels, you gain their siddhis, you gain their powers, you gain their relationship. And now you can use their powers, their siddhis in the external world to create that which you desire. And when you become the temple, they become your counsel as well. You start to see as them. So you become a very collective consciousness. You exchange information. So by working with them, you're gaining their energetic signature, their energetic pathway into your timeline. And it allows you to embody that and manifest that as a whole, as a simulation. So imagine their sigils as vibratory imprints. And these vibrations, these imprints, create a molecular simulation, almost like cymatics. So cymatics, study of sound, each frequency takes a different shape. So these sigils, when they're activated within your nadis, within your temple, you start to take on those psychic imprints, and then they become your physical reality. These sigils represent certain functions that mankind needs within the physical world. And when you activate them within your temple, then you start to upload that reality template. You want wealth, status, sex, multiple wives, right? Solomon had many wives. You become the king of your reality, and you become a master of your earthly cities. So these are initiations, and it's good to know the nature of these beings, because when you're working with them, you don't want to demonize them. These beings are in fact known to be geniuses. So before the word demon was even a real thing, they were called daemons. And daemon in Greek literally just means powerful spirit or genius. So these geniuses were created by the gods to help us understand our terrestrial nature, to help guide ourselves out of our terrestrial bonds, out of our earthly bonds. I've gained a lot working with these demons. They've taught me a lot about myself. They've revealed a lot about myself. And they do have good intentions overall. From my experience, they're not evil in any sense, because they are an aspect of your unconscious mind too. Like if you demonize it, then you're gonna get that response back to you, because in the end, it's showing you what you need to see until you stop being a victim to it. Like it shows you exactly what you need to see. So even if you do think these beings are evil, they can still come up that way just so you can empower yourself and not be afraid. So you can stand your ground. So demonizing them is very self-destructive, and it is not recommended. Binding them also. You do not want to bind these demons, okay? What you want to do is understand what they are trying to teach you, what they're trying to show you. Binding them, telling them what to do, it doesn't end well. There are many magicians that can attest to that. So it's not wise. But what's really meant by binding these beings is remaining as the eye. Before you work with any of these beings, you want to make sure you're connected to your eye, because they all kind of circuit back into the third eye. And that's where you really want to keep your center when you're talking to these beings, when you're communicating with these beings, because in a way you are reaching into your unconscious and raising it up to your pineal gland. And that can create a lot of upheaval in your nervous system. That's why a lot of people that get into the Qliphothic work tend to face a lot of chaos, a lot of primal energy, a lot of things that are hard to control. A lot of things start happening to them that they can't control because they get lost in the sauce. So when you're opening up these circuits that correlate to these beings, whenever you summon them, by the way, you are opening up those circuits. So when you're talking to them, make sure you maintain your contact on your Godhead, on your higher self, and that way it will show you what you need to see instead of dragging you out through this karmic process. In the end, they're going to show you what you need to see about yourself, about your unconscious mind. It is a very mirroring effect. So if you're afraid of them, they're showing you where you are afraid of your own power in a way. It's a very mirror-like thing. So you don't want to be afraid of them, befriend them, understand them. And the more you wish to understand them, you will see that you're also understanding yourself. A lot of these beings can sometimes look a little different, sometimes a little frightening, but we also have to understand, like, if we looked inside the human body, it wouldn't necessarily be completely pretty. So when you're looking at their forms, how they may manifest, you don't want to think, oh my gosh, that's evil, oh my god, that's horrifying. Like, they are spirits of your temple. So whatever you see, you do not want to demonize it. You want to bring more light into it. And when it comes to using Solomon's ring, I don't recommend using any traditional ones. I would say just a normal hexagram would do. And not to bind them necessarily, but to channel their energies effectively. Because these beings, in a way, uphold the physical illusion. They give structure. So naturally, as your soul needs structure. When you wear the ring, you are, in a sense, as the soul, commanding the structure. When you're wearing the Ring of Solomon, quote unquote, you're not binding the demons. You're not exercising them necessarily. You are controlling terrestrial powers with solar energy. Okay? So it's not meant to enslave anything. And you do not want to enslave these beings. Because by doing so, you would be enslaving yourself. And that's what a lot of these secret societies have been doing for a long time. They try to bind these beings and these spirits as a form of binding humanity. So you do not want to bind yourself. You want to bring more light into these channels, into these beings that live within you, to ultimately have a better reflection in your physical world. The demons that you're facing in here and here and out here, like, those are the things you need to bring light into. And they will show you. But instead of being afraid, instead of running, face them. And as you face them, you'll be bringing your light to them. So that's all I have to say regarding these 72 demons. They're very fun to work with, if I'm going to be honest. Their energies are very pleasant. They're not necessarily evil or harsh. There's a very medieval Renaissance type of astral energy to them that I really like. They really help you master your inner macro, microcosm. And that's why they can be really fun to work with. If I were to say a closing note on these demons is, imagine the universe as a human body, okay? And you're kind of living underwater, and you're kind of seeing yourself as a reflection as the universal body. Your human form is a reflection of the universal body. When you look at a body of water and you see yourself in the reflection, you are the physical. That is the reflection. The reflection is your physical self, but you have a much larger self. And these beings can help you master yourself as the reflection. You know, identifying as the physical body, your physical illusion, the physical reflection, as above, so below. They help you master that physical below aspect of existence. Many of us are not fully aware that we are these cosmic bodies. But when you harmonize your brainstem, your reptilian brain, with the power of these demons, then you can start seeing yourself clearly and accessing your higher self clearly. And that's where the celestial, terrestrial alignment takes place. The above starts to reflect the below. So working with them is very, very powerful, especially for psychic development, magical development. They are teaching you how to become your own God in this universe. So you're already God in the larger universe, but by descending that God force into your body, you exercise and activate those demons, and they teach you how to be still God in your own temple, in your physical ego, in your physical body. So that's what really makes it fun working with them. And the Shem Angels also encourage people to work with them. Very powerful, very amazing beings. And that is all. So if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Leave your questions, your feedback in the comment section below. Make sure to check out those spells on Temple Patreon, exclusive channeled spells from the Anunnaki, from the spirits. And till next time.